Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Eximius Craft. I am your humble host, the great and powerful Lord Eximius, and once again we are coming at you from the iJevin Bedrock Patreon server. Now, it's been a minute since I've posted. Couldn't be helped, guys. IRL stuff kind of got in the way. Wish I could do this for a living, but hey, what are you going to do? But today is an exciting episode because we are going to reveal the theme of the base that we are collaborating with Governor Ahab on this season, and I'm quite excited about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it, guys. So the theme for our base this season is Ravenloft. So those of you who are not familiar with Ravenloft, it is a gothic horror Dungeons and Dragons setting, commonly referred to as the Demiplane of Dread. It is a patchwork of cursed lands trapped by impenetrable mists, each ruled by a tormented dark lord. Now, the lands that we are kind of going with within Ravenloft is the lands inhabited by Strahd von Zarovich, who is effectively a vampire lord. So we're talking about, haunted castle, twisted landscapes, and eternal suffering from which escape is nearly impossible. It is a blend of classic horror tropes with deep psychological torment. Now, who can't get behind that, right? So Ravenloft, Dungeons and Dragons setting. That is our base theme for this season, guys. So we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to fly up here and show you what we've been up to. So there's kind of two main areas separated by this river. Governor Ahab is working on a project over here. It's kind of his deal over here, and we will go over that in another episode. But for today, what I want to show you is this. Ha ha! So this is what we've been working on for the past 3 months, guys. This is Castle Ravenloft. So the idea behind this is that this is a castle inhabited by a vampire lord. So that is what we are going to showcase for you guys today. Now, let me move up a little closer here. So here she is, guys. I'm quite proud of it. It's, I would say, 90% done as far as the exterior goes. And we've started to do a little work on the interior, but we will showcase that another day. We will also showcase what Governor Ahab has going on over there. Don't want to reveal too much just yet, but Governor Ahab is hard at work. And also, in an upcoming episode, I will go over with you guys what's going on at the shopping district, because my buddy Ahab went through and detailed it, and boy, does it look fantastic. But for today, I wanted to showcase Castle Ravenloft with you guys. So here we have the castle. So the main block, originally I was going to use deep slate because we have a ridiculous amount of deep slate, but it just begged for blackstone, right? So we've mined for a lot of the blackstone, and we've also made everyone selling blackstone in the market district fabulously wealthy. So, so here we have it, guys. Castle Ravenloft. So blackstone, cracked blackstone, and then we've kind of used blackstone stairs to kind of make it look like there's bits of mortar missing in the structure. The base frame is a 3D model of Castle Ravenloft. So like this tower, this base, the front gate here, this tower, and then kind of these towers up here a little bit as well. From there, I've taken significant creative liberties. So I've added this whole front gate. I've added this whole piece over here, which is not existent in Castle Ravenloft. And then I've heavily altered all of the towers because I wanted to really make them look sinister. Now, here and here we have these are supposed to be gargoyles. So this is the third iteration of these gargoyles. The first one I built, it was too huge. It was highly detailed, looked cool, but it just didn't fit the rest of the build. It was too big. The second iteration was just too small, and you couldn't get any detail enough to even make it look like, that it was actually a gargoyle. So this is the third iteration, which I think came out pretty good, and I still am probably going to detail them a little bit. As you can kind of see if we get up close, it loses a little bit of its luster once you get close, but we are still going to do some texture work to try to improve it a little bit, add a little bit more detail, and make them look even more like a gargoyle. So basically what we've done is we've used blackstone as the heaviest material we've used on the exterior. We've also used some deep slate, some tough blocks as well for some texturing, and we're heavily using copper. We're using the copper bars, the copper grates, for example, for this window. Actually, for all the windows, we've used a combination of verdant frog lights and copper grates. The texture around that is deep slate. The roofing is deep slate. So while it's mostly blackstone, we also have quite a bit of deep slate, some tough and some copper as well, and verdant frog lights and copper lanterns for the lighting. So this path here is tough mixed in with like some stone bricks and some mossy bricks, things like that. And I wanted to make it look kind of like it was starting to break up at the end. We're going to extend this in path form around this way, and then we're going to build a bridge between the area over here that I'm working on and the area over here that Governor Ahab is working on. And by the way, this is going to be sweet, but I don't want to reveal too much. Don't want to do spoilers on that just yet, but it's going to be awesome. So we're going to put a bridge here, pathway up here. We got the castle, and then we are going to build a town that kind of goes around it and works its way over this way. So still lots of work to do yet, but we are making progress, guys. Let me do a little fly around, kind of show you a little bit more of it. We really worked hard to try to make sure that it's heavily detailed. I really like how the flags came out as well, and as you can see, we've got the copper bars, the lighting. I'm loving the black and the green, kind of almost like a Slytherin type of a theme as far as color palette to the exterior. And unlike some hermits agreeing, we finished the back. So we have a full back of this castle as well. So it just had to be done, you can't do it. You got to go full go. You can't do it half-hearted, right? So this is what we have come up with for Castle Ravenloft, guys. And then we've added, like this whole structure here, and I have an idea for what to do with the interior with that. So yeah, here it is, guys. Castle Ravenloft. I'm very happy with it. For a long time, I was not happy with it. But as we continue to work on it, I started to say, okay, it's coming along. And now I'm starting to actually like it. You're often critical of your own builds. I'm no exception to that rule. And then this structure here, I have a really cool idea for the interior of it. Not going to show you guys the interior today because that is a work in progress, but we have started to work on the interior. It's going to take some time. But yeah, this is where we are at, guys. This is what we have. Castle Ravenloft. And so revealing the theme of our base, Ravenloft, gothic horror setting from Dungeons and Dragons. Now, in a later episode, I will show you guys. So with vibrant visuals, this looks crazy. You get the huge fog effect from the biome, from the pale oak biome, the pale oak forest, excuse me. And it just looks, it looks just so intimidating and foreboding. The problem is is building, because you can't really see a lot. It's hard to see. But in a later episode, I will show you guys the castle with vibrant visuals on, because it does look pretty cool. And I'm glad we were able to get some nighttime action here to show you guys what it looks like at night. It's really kind of, more important that it looked good at night. So we've added enough lighting so that it not only looks cool at night, but it'll look cool at night with vibrant visuals on as well. So this is what we have. Like I said, most of the exterior is done. Some tweaks, a little detailing that still needs work. We've heavily used the glow lichen in spots to try to create subtle lighting, because we want it lit up, but we don't want it, we want only the minimal lighting to keep mobs from spawning, because we want this build to be dark. And then this courtyard in here still needs to be done. I had all my workstations, shulker boxes in here while I was working on the exterior. Big fan of this window right here. I think it came out pretty good. Like the front gate. I like the contrast, the pale oak and the blackstone, and that's a theme we're going to continue to move on the interior. But I moved all of my workstations and shulker boxes to the inside of the castle now that we're working on the interior. So this courtyard still has to be worked on. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to go about the courtyard. So if anybody has any ideas, feel free to drop a comment. But yeah, this is what we've got, guys. This is what we have been working on for the past 3 months. I've been meaning to post for quite a while. It just hasn't worked out. IRL stuff's kept me busy. What are you going to do, right? So, but at night, I think the gargoyles really look good. And just, it's finally started to come out the way I wanted it to. And so it's supposed to be an intimidating, foreboding, dark gothic castle, and I think we did pretty good in hitting on that. So this is where we're at, guys. Ravenloft is the theme for our base this season. We have Castle Ravenloft well underway. We are working on the interior. Next episode, I will showcase the interior. Hopefully we'll have it done by the next episode. And then we'll start to look at some other stuff that Governor Ahab has going on over there, as well as the Market District. So I want to double check, make sure Ahab's cool with that, because that was his baby, and I got to tell you, the Market District on this server looks amazing. So, well, with that, I'm going to wrap it up for the day, guys. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.